guys, how's it going? So me, George, and Shannon's on the camera right now. She's recording us. We just got out of Gemini Man with Will Smith, and this was a new experience. I don't want to talk about the movie just yet. The movie was good. It's a fun action movie, but at the same time, I think we got to see it in a really new projection. It's called HFR, high refresh rate or something like that.
So basically, like, the frame rate's a lot faster.
Yeah, so it's 3D. It's 3D. It's 3D refresh rate, meaning like it's super high quality. And I'll be honest with you guys, I hate 3D movies. I can't stand them. The last 3D movie I saw that was actually good was Avatar.
Yeah, like
and
10 years ago.
That was 2009. And since then, there has never been any other movie that's been good. So this, I will say, if you have a movie theater next to you that does 3D in high refresh rate, HRF, I would suggest go checking it out. It's very, like the first few minutes, it feels very jarring, like it's too realistic. I can't explain it. It just feels like
pops out a bit too much.
Yeah, but it's good for 3D because the 3D look like there was no skip in the 3D. Like, you know, when there was sometimes seen, you know, get the clarity in the 3D, it can give you a headache or a migraine. This movie has none of that. This movie's action is crystal clear. The action sequence, especially there's one scene where Will Smith is fighting his clone on a motorcycle. You've probably seen the trailer. It's like a whole sequence. It's beautiful. Like, there's a scene where Will Smith is on the motorcycle and he goes through like birds.
The pigeons.
That was the best shot in the whole movie.
Yes. And that wasn't the trailer, but it's amazing in theaters.
That was the best
3D.
shot. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. And yes. And I'll also add, night dark scenes in 3D always look terrible. Somehow they pulled it up. There are 2-3 scenes in 3D in this like high refresh rate, whatever it's called. It looks very realistic. It looks like I can follow the action even in the dark. So I think this is the first movie I've seen that has this technology. And I know they're playing it across the country, and if you're out of the country, maybe there might be some theaters that are playing by you, but if you can get to a theater that plays this kind of 3D setting, I would watch any movie in 3D with this technology. Now, the refresh rate is so high, it's like a documentary feel. I don't know if it will look good on like a regular movie without 3D.
No, I would never watch this movie regular.
Yeah.
I would only watch it in 3D.
But in 3D, it looks great.
That's true.
So now that part of the section of the review is off, we're done talking. Do you have anything else to add on the 3D technology?
Not really. There was another scene that was absolutely awesome. It was in the trailer, I remember.
Okay.
And it was just so amazing. The one where he's like diving down as they're being shot at. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
The way they have everything just like
the underwater scenes were great.
And it was 3D, so it was sweet. I mean, it was just a sick scene.
Yeah. The underwater scenes are probably the best because of the way the water looks.
Yeah, those were the best scenes.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree with that. But the movie, it's good. It's a good action movie. If you like action, if you like spy thrillers, I guess is the best way to describe it. Spy action thriller.
Yeah.
You would like this movie. But the movie highlights are not so much the story. The story's been done a billion times over. I've seen this movie played out in so many ways. But Will Smith does do a good job. The technology for the 3D is great. The movie looks like every scene was so beautiful. Whether they're in a museum or in a house or in a waterfront, it doesn't matter where they're shooting it. Ang Lee, the director, has great.
The catacombs were cool.
The what?
The catacombs.
The catacombs, yeah.
Awesome. I feel like I've been to the catacombs now.
Like, this is the type of movie, like if you have a nice big screen TV with like really beautiful like 4K, 8K television you have at home, by chance, you mute this movie and play it in the background, every scene is just gorgeous to look at, even if you weren't watching the movie. So I'll give thumbs up to that. My final review is, if you see it in 3D, go check it out. If you don't have that technology, that 3D theater near you, wait for it to be on DVD. I heard they're going to do the refresh rate on the Blu-ray or the 4K, so you can buy that when it comes out. But do yourself a favor, without this 3D technology, do not go see it.
Okay, let's let the girls have an opinion.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Hey ladies, this movie is boring. So boring that I had my eyes closed for half of it. I was asleep for most of it. It's a total guy movie. Even though one of the main characters is a girl, I was bored out of my mind. So just a heads up, if you're a lady with low testosterone, you're probably going to be bored. Yes,
I mean,
it was
there are
cool.
some girls who like action movies like this. You don't know that for sure.
There's a few. Of course, there's always going to be a few. If you love action movies, go see it. But in general, I think girls are going to be bored out of their minds. I tried so hard to stay awake during this movie and I almost fell asleep a couple times. Yes, it was really cool to see Will Smith de-aged, but that is cool.
Oh, I forgot about that. I didn't even talk about that. No, keep
That's
on.
the
Keep it
whole
on.
point of this movie. It was really cool to see like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and the funniest line in the whole movie is when one of them says, "You grew up in Philadelphia, right?"
No. He said, "Where are you from anyway? Where were you born?" And he said, "Philadelphia."
Philadelphia.
Which is, I think, a throwback to
Of
Fresh
course,
Prince.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I was bored out of my mind. It's a lot of like action sequences, and then a lot of like sitting and talking about our PSTD and how we like grew up in war, and it was so boring. And I wish Colby Smulders would have played the lead character, the lead girl.
I actually really like the actress.
I thought she was boring. I would have liked to see Colby Smulders. I think Robin from How
What
to
did
Make
you
a
think of
Mother
the 3D?
would have been better.
Yeah.
The 3D, okay, so here's the thing. I have a lazy eye. I don't know if you can see it. I have a lazy eye, so 3D is really hard for me. When I see it on a screen, it's usually like the only time I see it because I don't really see it in real life very often. But I have to focus very hard, so it's a lot of effort for me. So I watched about 20 minutes of this movie in 3D because I was focusing on the action scenes. They looked really cool, and then the rest of this movie I kind of just let it. I didn't want to focus that many muscles in my eyes. It hurts after a while, so not the best person to ask about 3D, but like Fahad said, since Avatar, this is definitely the best movie in 3D I've seen. I loved Avatar when it came out in theaters. It's one of those movies I'd say only go see in 3D. Same with Gemini. I would never watch this on the small screen. I would only see it in 3D. It was cool to see the technology. I think this was a bad movie to debate the technology in. They could have done a lot more with the movie that they didn't do. But seeing Will Smith as a younger version of himself, really cool, and I'm excited to see where they do what they do with that in the future in other movies.
All right. Well, thank you guys for checking out our review. If you do have a movie theater next to you that has HRF, viewing in 3D, please go check it out. I think you'll be very impressed. I think most people agree that most 3D looks crap. This is the first one. We can all recommend that 3D looks good, and we're excited to see what happens with this technology in future movies. This is all of us from Geek the Movies. My name is Fahad. That's Shannon over there on the phone, and my cameraman right now is George, of course. So thank you for our review. We'll be gone next week, but Jojo Rabbit comes out next weekend, and something else comes out that we're
Oh,
gonna
I'm
see.
so excited for Jojo Rabbit!
Jojo Rabbit.
Rabbit's gonna be awesome! I love satire, and 40s Germany is really cool.
All right, thanks guys. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.